All right, guys, welcome to the 4thTech Universe Finance AMA. And today we're presenting Dr. Tali Rizon, head of 4thTech project. And firstly, Tali, would you like to introduce yourself to our community here in Universe Finance?
Yes. Hi, Philip. Thanks for having me. My name is Tali Rizon. I come from Slovenia. I was always, let's say, a tech-savvy person. Technology intrigues me. So already in 2016, I started building Web3 dApps and found my team and developed developed a lot of things in the Web3 communication.
Awesome. And to my understanding, you specifically you focus on-chain communication and privacy on the form of dID and dMail and dChat and dNotary. Tali is also a guest lecturer at the Quadrilateral MBA program in blockchain idea, resident speaker of the Uncertified Expert. So 4thTech looks like such an interesting platform, and I'm eager to learn more about it. So what is 4thTech, and how does a project like yours really differ from the decentralized platforms? Because, you're developing quite a few products here.
So we could say that 4thTech is a next-gen multi-chain platform that enables end-to-end encrypted Web3 communication and data management in the form of decentralized ID, decentralized mail, decentralized chat, and decentralized data notary. So it's a framework. For the last 4 years, we have been developing a framework for this kind of communication, wallet-to-wallet technology that we are now all used to, but 4 years ago that was not the case. The main differences that we could find between centralized and decentralized platforms, I think, are in the model. Okay, the Web3 solutions are usually based on a per transaction model, where the centralized Web2 platforms are mostly free, but they come with a price. So basically, this is the ideology behind it. The data that we create in Web3 platforms are, as all of you know, being used to generate significant insights for big technology companies, are being sold to the third parties and so on. So there's a lot of that going on. On the outside, the services are free or low cost, but we are paying greatly with the loss of privacy and ownership. This is the most usual case. Regarding technology differences between us and centralized communication services, we enable wallet-to-wallet on-chain communication that is end-to-end encrypted, okay, and its core prevents data mining, data theft, email spoofing, identity theft. In the case of 4thTech, dMail and dChat, onboarding requires no phone number, no email address. Your wallet represents your ID. Your wallet address serves as your email or chat contact. So in the case of centralized messenger services, they store all of our data on their centralized services, which is always a case to vulnerability or attacks. While in the 4thTech case, in our case, all the messages are temporarily stored on Solana blockchain. Basically, they are stored on-chain, never on any company servers. There's also the matter of encryption, like I said before, end-to-end encrypted, where only the user can decrypt them with using his or her private key. So I think this would be the main differences, but we could go on and on about this.
That's really awesome there. So basically what 4thTech does is they've created a solution which prevents data mining, data theft, as well as email spoofing and identity theft within their own platforms that they've created, completely bridging themselves apart from centralized servers to create essentially what we use today in email and chatting with other people. So this is an incredibly bullish use of blockchain, if you ask me, and developing all the way since back 2016. I see great potential in 4thTech. Can you tell me a little bit what are the major milestones 4thTechs have achieved during this time, and what's in the future?
Thanks for the question, Philip. So Basically, the research started end of 2016 and was extended into 2017, where it was hard at the time to find the right use cases. Okay, we had the problem of cross-border data exchange that could be private. I was at that time I was co-founder of basically an HR company that we had our offices in five different countries, a lot of employees. This was all really complicated to exchange sensitive data files, documents, contracts between the regions, between the countries in a safe and private manner. At that time, blockchain was introduced to me, and I really fell in love with it, with its idea, with its ideology, with the thing that it could become. So we started the development of the data exchange, basically the wallet-to-wallet data exchange, in 2018, when the first beta was, or we say it 1.1, was deployed on Ethereum mainnet, proving our concept of secure, private, encrypted wallet-to-wallet dMail, or data file exchange protocol. So this was the first major step. Then we partnered up with the C-Chain project, which is first national pilot blockchain infrastructure built in Europe. And we integrated our solution to the C-Chain. This was in the early 2000s. Multi-chain wallet development and deployment followed. Because we were already using two chains at the time, so Ethereum and C-Chain, which is based on Hashnet protocol. So then we started to develop the 2.0 version, and in 2021 we brought the dNotary protocol, upgraded on-chain identity, for wallet support for all Chromium and Firefox browsers. Let me maybe add here that we have our own specific wallet add-on that is multi-chain and not only supports asset exchange but also data exchange, which is really something unique, and we needed to enable users to communicate in Web3 manner. In 2021 we added the dMail substrate edgeware and Solana blockchain support. So that's 4 chains up to now that we support. And in January this year, we deployed our dChat on Solana mainnet. The dChat is fully on-chain, like I mentioned before, end-to-end encrypted, which makes it private and secure, and somehow completes our suite of communication dApps that we offer, that somehow we all use and need on the daily basis. Okay, we all send emails, we all chat. So yeah, that's basically that. And in regards to the near future, we are preparing the 3.0 update, which will bring design unification. It will bring 4-token platform staking that will enable dMail and dChat transaction discounts, activation, feature right to access, and so on. So yeah, we are working heavily also on the user interface platform, basically separation, front end and back end will be separated to achieve first steps toward platform decentralization and enable front end integration for other projects, which is basically our goal to become a tool for DAOs, blockchain gaming, DeFi project, whatever basically is needs the social layer. So we believe that this social layer is becoming a thing because the communities grow all the time, surrounding successful, good projects in Web3 environment, and messaging is the top, let's say, on the top of the list in regards to social interactions. We type faster than we think. So, but in the decentralized ecosystem, we need a decentralized solution. So that is where our dChat comes into play. We are also developing an SDK software developing kit that will enable dMail and dChat integration directly into blockchain games, into whatever platforms that wish to use it. User interface white label dMail and dChat integrations are already available. We are already onboarding several projects. So partner projects can enable social communications layer now, which is really important. We are also developing user interface staking solution that empowers ERC20, BIP20, proof of stake, Polygon, and token standards to be used as dMail or dChat incentives by the project that use our white label solutions. So projects will be able to own their native tokens, basically to use their own native tokens to enable dChat features and transaction discounts and so on.
Awesome.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so basically what that means for the Universe community is in the future, you can use the UNT tokens for incentives within the 4thTech platform.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Extending on the use case of other tokens that you're onboarding to is a very unique feature for a project. Similar to providing the liquidity, or just really what you're doing is providing different kind of perks and abilities on the platform. So that's a great use. I actually saw you guys get some endorsement from Solana in 2021. So it's really good that you kind of, I think you guys developed the dChat solution for Solana, and it's great that you're able to kind of get on and really hit things heavy-handed in 2021. So I'm excited for what happens in 2022, and getting some onboarding going, getting some adoption. It sounds like a really great product you've got going here. And if you value your privacy and don't want your data to be mined, then definitely check out 4thTech, because wallet-to-wallet communication it should be a thing. The only way you can really essentially wallet-to-wallet communication is via hexadecimal, and that's everyone can see on the blockchain, on the Ethereum chain. But with 4thTech solution, their dChat, you can only view this with a private key. So it's a very secure way of communication. And for instance, a company might need some sensitive data across to another company, then you could even go as far beyond gaming into a more energy ledger environment where some certain companies might want to track their more sensitive information, as well as more government information that might want to be more sensitive. So it really the use cases never end. It could be even a DeFi platform such as ours, where our users will be happy to chat and trade with their tokens wallet to wallet, have some sort of direct line of communication between wallets. I think is really important. Actual other question is, with all of what you've done, any smart contract audits or bug bounties? And is there any benefits for anyone to reach out finding smart contract bugs?
Yes, basically we have 2 audits for token smart contracts done by respectable auditors. Both are available in the project's wiki. All of our smart contracts are open source, so anyone can take a peek. In the last 3 years, we have had countless dMail code reviews from different partners, early adopters and their auditors. No issues found there, because the smart contract is really straightforward and has been running now on different chains from 2018. So yeah, the dChat smart contract is new. It was also revised by the Solana Ignition Hackathon dev team, giving it a go ahead. We are still finishing the staking smart contract that is the only one connected to the 4token, basically as an asset, for which we'll be opening bug bounty when the time comes. But it's important here to point out that we are not a DeFi project. And in our case, smart contract security affects privacy in communication and not assets themselves. So communication, privacy, and security is, of course, the center of our solution. The dMail and dChat architecture was built to prevent security breaches and exploitations, focusing on preventing data tampering. So yeah, maybe in the case of dMail, the possible vulnerability of a smart contract would be, let's say, the hacking of exchange data files and sender identity theft. So the protocol was designed to permit changing parameters of the received dMails only to the receiver, which is carved in stone and cannot be changed. The sender identity theft is not possible due to validation of a send transaction. In the case of dChat, the possible vulnerability of smart contract would be the changing of existing messages and sender identity theft again. But again, the protocol was designed in such a way to permit message exchange only to conversational users. So, yeah.
So
to answer your question,
it's pretty secure. I mean, you're relying solely on the blockchain, and it validates via the blockchain. So
yeah,
that's the only way something could go wrong is if it was not on a secure blockchain, and everything is validated by nodes and validators. So that's how it kind of works. But otherwise, there's no way. It's written into the transaction. So every transaction is the way it is.
Yes. Yes.
I'm really excited to start using 4thTech and looking into the dChat, because there's sometimes you want to speak in private about something that you don't really want on something like Facebook or social media, even Telegram, because it's someone else might be looking at that. So it's very important. So going on, can you actually tell me how to start sending dMails?
It's for the let's say crypto native user, it's relatively a simple task. Only the wallet is needed. So in our case, like I have mentioned before, we had to develop a unique non-custodial multi-chain wallet that supports wallet-to-wallet data exchange. The same wallet is used to access all of our dApps. Users set up their 4thTech wallets in any Chromium or Mozilla browser, log into the user interface, and they are basically good to go. You can choose which chain do you want to use. But let's say if you are choosing Solana, you need some small amount of SOL tokens. Basically, transactions are really, really cheap. And you can start sending dMails or dChat with your friends. So basically, your dMail address is your wallet account. Okay. In the case of Solana, your wallet account is Solana wallet address from our wallet, basically for wallet. So you send your wallet account address to your friends, and they can send you emails with attachments or messages. So the same principle applies for both solutions. You exchange Solana addresses with friends, and that's it. One message, one transaction.
Awesome. And is there a testing fee so the users can test drive the dMail and dChat? So, for instance, as far as onboarding goes, some people would be keen to test before they necessarily try.
Yeah. Of course, it's a part of the, let's say, onboarding process. We have a staging environment which is open for everybody. So, staging environment was set up to clone the production environment and enable anybody to test drive the solution before onboarding. So the link to the staging environment is on our website. You basically download the same wallet like for the production, but you use the testnet tokens. Okay, in the case of Ethereum, you use the Kovan network tokens, which you can airdrop to your wallet. In the case of Solana, you use the Solana DevNet tokens. So anybody can test it, test the dMail, the dChat, play around with it. It's really easy.
All right. So, does the audience have any questions about 4thTech? Because personally, I've got a few questions, but I'd like to hear stuff from the audience. If the audience have any questions, feel free to type in the general discussion channel, and we can get onto those questions now. Otherwise, we'll keep going along. And I'd like to close up with how would one person get involved in 4thTech and its mission for its privacy solution and decentralization. How what would we recommend to our listeners here today? What they'd look at first?
Yeah, basically, we are now developing all the community tools. We have launched the Discord server, I think, not a while ago, and there are many options how to join the project, how to contribute. So maybe the easiest thing would be to explain the short-term activities. So now we are in the middle of onboarding several partner projects. We are talking about Universe Finance and a couple of others. If you are basically part of the communities of similar projects that solve DeFi or gaming or NFT projects, DAOs, of course you can reach out to us and you help us onboard whatever project is in need of a decentralized communication layer, social layer of let's say dChat. So we can get involved with that. You can help with our community building. There are basically several steps that could be approached here. Yeah.
Awesome. Right now, we don't currently have any messages in general from a community. So I'll start with what I would like to say. So I have these project social media links here. I'll be posting them in our general channel, as long as we're posting and recording to our Twitter page. So when it comes to really a one-stop place where you want to send a mail and dChat, communicate end-to-end on an encrypted Web3 environment, then 4thTech is for you. They've developed a full base model that provides the solution. And right now, I think you're just up to the onboarding stage. So it's a great way to get into something early. I'm looking at your market cap now, and it's an amazingly low market cap. So when I looked at your project back in September, Solana did do some tweets about you, but it seemed like you had a little bit less support, so things weren't taking the most positive turn. So if you want to grab a cheap token at $670,000 market cap, then 4thTech might be good to add to your bag, especially considering the upside of what they've created is something that everyone can possibly use in any environment. So integrating it within the games, different Web3 environment and platform, all making it decentralized on their end. So I also looking at things like StackOS. I think you guys mentioned that you'll be utilizing them for some data solution, and I'm just excited to see what happens in the future. So I'll post the socials in the general. Is there anything you'd like to add to our conversation here in this AMA, Tali?
I would just like to thank you, all the listeners, and to you, Philip, for hosting me. Maybe just add here that we are really development-focused team. We have basically developed this framework for the last 4 years. Now we are finally in the stage of the project that we can start onboarding projects and end users. So we are very happy to be here. The roadmap ahead is still quite significant because our goal is to achieve full decentralization of all parts of our solution. And we are very driven in this direction, aligned with the ideology of the decentralization and blockchain Web3. So yeah, here we are.